Hello and welcome to highlights of the sixth stage of La Vuelta A Espana Femenina by Carrefour. 127.2 kilometers today from Bertilo de Campos to Baltaras. Going into the day, Marianne Vos designs on another potential stage victory on a flat, fast stage. Could it be Megan Jastrab, Flora Perkins perhaps, Letizia Paternoster, Kat Ferguson, or perhaps Emma Norsgaard. A lot of pressure on Ferguson, the young junior world champion. Demi Vollering rolling out the red custom bike for the penultimate stage. There was 4.5 kilometers of neutralized section before the flag dropped. And it was a day of big attacks, flat stage, just with a few kickers to come later on in the day. But 127.2 kilometers, just 843 meters of elevation, an intermediate sprint to come with 22.2 kilometers to go. But those little climbs towards the end and a descent down towards the finish, would they be decisive? 19-rider leading group went clear. Guazzini, Lene, Cecchini, Marcus van Dijk, Borghese, Faulkner, Koloslava, Korova, Cousins, Brunel, De Vries, Anderson, Gekira, Casper, Georgi, Koch, Campos and Van Versch. The lead around about a minute. It was Laboral, Coupe Repsol that were getting in on the chase with the Liverlula Jayco team. The 19 riders just a little bit too cumbersome to try and get organised. Demi Vollering sitting in the peloton for the FDJ Suez rider. Just had to get safely through today's stage. She'll have big objectives on the final day. Movistar joined the drive at the front to bring back the breakaway, and it wouldn't be long before they were back into the fold just outside 45 kilometres to go. One of the most aggressive riders of the race so far, Leolin Teutenberg of the Lotto Ladies team, going on the attack. She would be joined at the head of the race by EF Education Oatly's Sarah Roy. And eventually it would also be Nicole Steigenger that also made it up to the front. These three, was it perfectly timed? What sort of advantage could they build? They were heading towards the final climbs, but it was Visma Lease Bike, Picnic Postenel, who are amongst the teams on the front, driving things. The gap to the breakaway was tumbling. Everyone just trying to set things up for their fast finishers. With 17.6 kilometers to go, the gap really was coming down. The draw of a potential bunch sprint, just too much for the peloton to resist, with a big mountaintop finish to come tomorrow. Roy, Steigenger and Teutenberg were well within the sight of the peloton. We were heading towards the final couple of little climbs along the route. We had a 1.4 kilometer climb, which was then followed by a 1.1 kilometer climb a few kilometers later. Liana Lippert of Movistar launched a huge move on the first of the climbs, but with her, she drew quite a select group. Marianne Vos in the green jersey, she wanted the stage win. Demi Vollering in the red jersey, followed by Anna van der Breggen. It's the teammate of Lippert, Marlen Reusser, who missed out initially on the move. Reusser sitting third overall. Movistar did not want to let Vollering and van der Breggen go up the road. Lippert tried for a second time. With her went Misha Bredevold and Marianne Vos. It was quite a select lead group at the front. Bredevold straight through, drove things on. And little did we know that these two would later fight it out for the bunch sprint. Lippert on the back. Looked like she was in a world of pain and suffering. FDJ Suez with Evita Music driving the peloton on the front. They headed towards the final 10 kilometers of the stage. The big question was, how much had this taken out of the legs of Marianne Vos and Misha Bredevold? They were swept up just inside 10 kilometers to go, and then it would all be about the bunch sprint. Or would it? We had one final climb to come, followed by a twisty technical descent down towards the finish. Could anyone springboard something and try and get clear? On paper, it looked like a perfect Cedrine Cabal kind of springboard, and it was the French rider in the pink of EF Education Oatly that came through to the front and started the descent in the lead. Cassia Niewiadoma, another fast finisher, also made it and brought it back together. But we came into the finish in Baldanes, and Liv Alula-Jayco trying to set things up for Letizia Paternoster, but it was the young British rider Imogen Wolf who really has slotted in to the Visma Lease Bike lead-out train for Marianne Vos. She took the final corner in the lead. Behind her, though, poised and ready, was Misha Bredevold, who came off the wheel of Imogen Wolf. There was a gap to the next rider, and it would come down to a drag race between Marianne Vos and Misha Bredevold. As Vos came off the wheel, it looked like she had it, but in the throw to the line, Bredevold took it down to a photo finish. Sporting handshakes all round. Marianne Vos, though, after a great lead out by her team, does it again. And you can see from the helicopter shot, Bredevold back on the line, throws marginally after Vos. And this was the gap on the line, about quarter of a wheel, separating the first two. Your top 10 looks like this. Marianne Vos from Misha Bredevold and Ali Wollaston, Gillespie, Stagengler, Staliak, Soika, Ferguson, Jastrap, Ostaloza and Wolf, your top 10. Another day, another Marianne Vos victory for the Visma Lease Bike leader. Demi Vollering goes into the final day with a 45-second advantage over Anna van der Breggen. 46 to Marlen Royce. So the battle for that podium is going to be a big one on the final day. But with a summit finish, Demi Vollering is going into her territory. Our final day looks like this, and what a monster of a stage it is. 153.7 kilometers, 2 Cat 1s and 1 Cat 2 climb. Along the route, it's 10.5 kilometers at 8% to finish things off. It is going to be an absolute thriller. Don't miss it.